Good morning, pregame crew. It is Friday, October 20th, 2023, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:22 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Let's end this week strong. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto movers and shakers of the day, and my goal is to get you ready for the trading day and share as much wisdom as that I have as a trader to help you with your journey. We have a group of friends here that we take pretty seriously. We are a team. I was going to say cult, but that tends to make people run away. We have a community here that is wonderful, and I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to do an audio visual check. Perfect. Hey, Wave. Yeah, you just had tax season. Welcome back. Good morning. Hey, friends. I'm going to say hello to my friends and take a few chart requests. We don't have major data coming out at all. 8:30. Yeah, we just have Harker speaking. We don't have a lot of data this week. Today. We have more earnings next week, and then the week after that is the Super Bowl with Amazon, Apple earnings, and FOMC rate decision. We are in a downtrend overnight. Let me say hello to my friends. Hey, SGN. So SGN, I answered the questions on TradeKeeper, how to use it. If I break down what every dot means, then I'm basically giving away the proprietary information. But just know that purple EMA means the purple EMAs mean that you are possibly losing or regaining EMAs on a higher time frame depending on what direction you're going. And yellow just means Keltner channels are getting extended. So in this case, you could probably draw the Keltner channel here on the higher time frame, and the yellow dot just means you're extending outside of that caution. The trend could reverse. So green is just straight up long, red is straight up short. As long as the dot, whatever color the dot, is printing above price like it is here in yellow, you stay short. And purple is printing below, so you count it as a green, stay long. But the yellow and purple just means caution, the trend could change soon. So you can see on the daily, we have not had one TradeKeeper misprint on the sell. And going up over here, we did not have one misprint on the long. So TradeKeeper can be helpful for swing trades. We're pulling back a little bit harder here, and that's exactly what I want, to be a market bull and possibly buy this dip. All right. Hey, Shake and Bake. Hector, Andre and Glassy Eye. I think y'all are in the same country. Hey, Greg. Hey, Tom, Gino, Marvin. Best of luck today. Hey, Mike. Card Lady and my friend Rob. Glass Eye. It sounds beautiful and cozy. Hey, Fat N. Mal. Yes, I'm a redneck. I actually pulled up what I am, and this 99% of you will have never heard this. This is what I am. I'm a Meludgeon. I come from the area of North Carolina, from mixed ancestry, from African men and Cherokee Indian, and a Cherokee Indian of mixed descent, married a plantation son, and that is my ancestry. My great-great-great-great-grandfather is Joseph Willis. So it's pretty cool. Harvard did a study on Meludgeons and said they should be their own and have their own race. So, but I'm a red bone is what they call us. We're a cross between a redneck and a Meludgeon. Part of the Jayhawk region of Louisiana. And I promise I probably said 5 words none of y'all have ever heard, but I have a book on my ancestry and it's pretty cool. All right, let's turn off TradeKeeper. Let me keep saying hello to my friends. I did not get to bed till after 10:30 last night. My nephew, they won their football championship last night, and I was screaming my head off, and I was overstimulated. They won it in the last 14 seconds. My nephew scored a touchdown. I was so proud. So I still feel very rested and energetic, though. So if I sound different, just know that's why. Okay, let me go back up. Sir Fernando, Trey's heard of Jayhawk region, that I can promise you. Hey, Topher, Tess, Clifton, Sam, Basque, Weehawk, Swarming. Hey, Carlos, Anu, Kat, George, man, a lot of you here. Hey, James. Wave again, welcome back. Hey, Awesome. Hey, Awesome, did you get, I think you traded XLE with me yesterday, which we turned out flat, but hey, OMC Cincy, Just, CJ. Success. Tesla call swing. I would want it to break 200 for a swing. Is Bitcoin a wartime chart? It looks like it is 93. Hey, Berlin, Jim, JG, you're welcome. Sam, Ray. Thank you, Carlos. I am very proud of my ancestry. Yeah, hit the like button. My sister gets all up in arms when they ask us if we're white or African American or whatever on like medical forms. She's like, other, because she's so proud of her ancestry. She doesn't like being pigeonholed, and I'm okay with that too. I have very, very curly hair, and I have to straighten it. It's fun. I like my mixed ancestry. All right, let's go back up to the top. Do I have any chart requests before we get started in 2 minutes? Yeah, Tesla I'll go over, and I'll try to answer from a swing perspective as well. Success when I go over it. Hey, Nix. Okay, yeah, you got an XLE flat. All right. Okay, so general chat on Slack is where we put the majority of our trade setups, our observations. But if you go to TCG Post, that's where we copy over not every, but the important mod posts from chart gals or chart guys. We put those in TCG Post. So if you don't have time to scan all of general chat, then just go to TCG Post, and you're just going to get our very best observations and thought processes. So that is a tip, hat tip. You turn off your P&L clip, it was better? Good. Yeah, Bitcoin miners are going to be big. Scotty doesn't know. Y'all ready to get this show started? I'm going to get started a little early, but that's okay. It's my party, and I'll get started early if I want to. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. I am a very active trader. I'm a mentor, which I'm pumping the brakes on that. And I am a chart gal, and I have been doing technical analysis for almost 8 years now. And I have been a full-time trader for 5 years. And this is the best profession I've ever had. My background is healthcare. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in business administration, and I managed doctors for years, owned my own business. I sold it when I was 40 and had an identity crisis, and I needed something that challenged my brain. And boy, did I find it in trading. So that is the short story of how I got into trading. And I was somewhat self-taught. And then in February 2017, I found TCG, and the rest is history. And now I'm a partner with the Chart Guys, and I'm a content creator, and it's the best job in the whole world. And what I do here every morning is I show you the economic calendar, make sure you're prepared for the day. I show you this handy dandy table to show you overall who has control. It doesn't mean control can't shift on shorter term time frames, but it's solely in the bull's court today to change the trend, solely in the bull's court. And this is monthly options expiration date. It could be a little more volatile than usual. Bitcoin is definitely showing out overnight. And I do want to point out, I had an error yesterday. It wouldn't have changed the overall score, but I like to point out to y'all, of course, that this is a human running this table and this show, so I make mistakes. It was holding the daily 200 MA, and that was bullish yesterday, and I didn't have it checked. But we have since lost it. It's bearish, but I just want to show you where I made a mistake. And as always, you got to, I don't want to say think for yourself, because obviously you need to think for yourself, but this isn't the gospel, and I'm doing all this at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, so on a cup of coffee. But I do try to be as detail-oriented as possible, but sometimes I make a few mistakes. All right, I have my notes off screen. I copy and paste those for TCG members when I am done. Let's get this show on the road. Here's what I want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. What I want is I want this sucker to gap down. That's what I want. Okay, I went over the beach ball setup for those of you who were in the show maybe Monday or Tuesday. I went over the anatomy of a beach ball setup. That's what I have in mind today for the markets. It may not come out ideal, and that's okay. I won't trade it. A weekly higher low is possible on SPY. Do you see how I'm choosing my words carefully? Is it guaranteed? Heck no. It's possible. to get a weekly higher low compared to 420. How convenient is 420? It's possible. QQQ, a weekly higher low is possible compared to 351. It's possible, all right? So at open, I want this gap down to be excessive. I need it to come in even harder, but I want it to hold weekly support. So y'all know I always start out with futures, but I want to show you these gaps. So yesterday's low on SPY ETF was 42573. You see it? We're opening up below yesterday's low, looking for a possible weekly higher low, not guaranteed, and 4 hours, not oversold on SPY, but it is oversold on ES. So weekly, 4235, we're at the weekly 50 MA, looking for a potential weekly higher low. We're not in a weekly uptrend, so it's not guaranteed, and the pop was kind of weak. But if we're going to get it, it's going to be right here, if we're going to get it. And make the bulls prove it to you. Do the 5-minute stair step once the market opens. You can apply a falling wedge, all types of different scenarios. But this is the way I'm looking today, is I want this gap down to remain into open. I want it to flush it open and hold the key support and bounce. That's what I'm looking for. And I would say this is and I'm going to put this in quotation marks, and a free throw trade, like an easier setup, a higher probability setup for me. How do I know that? Data. I've been trading long enough to know this is one of my better edges. And so I was watching Lance from SMB Capital. He did an interview with Humble Trader, and I was watching that podcast. I'm not all the way through it, but he's so freaking smart. And he talks about sizing up on your easier trade setups that you have more data on. And I would say this is one of my better setups. So I am looking to be aggressive this morning if it sets up correctly. QQQ, yesterday's low, 35916. I need that 4 hour on NASDAQ to be oversold, which we're not yet. So that's why I'm looking at ES. I like it a little better. I want it oversold as we're looking for the weekly higher low, but it must maintain the gap in order for it to qualify. I want it to flush. All right. And this is for scalp mentality. If bulls are able to push it above yesterday's low and hold, I may partial swing a position. We'll see. But I've just kind of summarized what I'm looking for. Yes, bears have control. I'm looking for a contrarian trade, but only if the bulls come in hot. I wish hourly was oversold. 4 hour is oversold. Daily's not close, but I wish hourly were oversold and make this a little bit better, and 15 if that were oversold. So I guess not all of my boxes are getting ticked, so I'll have to just watch this as we get into market open. So weekly higher low is possible on the 50 MA, and we lost the ever important 200 MA yesterday. We lost it. That is not good. There it is. It's how to be a top. I don't ever know how to get rid of this. How do I get rid of this? There it is. Okay. All right, looking at NASDAQ. We rejected at the daily 50 MA. We're looking for a potential weekly higher low. 4 hour RSI not oversold. Hourly no longer oversold. 15 minute not oversold. I wanted more velocity into this potential long, so it may not be the ideal setup. We'll keep watching it. Okay, US 10-year is a big old problem. And I said yesterday, I typed this yesterday, $5 psych resistance. Please hold 7 pound, 7 ounce baby Jesus from Talladega Nights. Please hold. The equity bull market needs this to hold. Now, if ES and QQQ reclaim yesterday's low, this isn't a beach ball setup, and I'm not as interested in it. Okay, so US 10-year is a problem. Dixie has been a problem. We have a daily EQ forming, and we're below the hourly EMAs, and the market bulls want to see this weakness continue, and we want a daily bear break. Come on, give it to us. Bitcoin said, hold my beer overnight. We broke that $30,000 resistance. And someone asked just a minute ago, is this a war chart? I'd say absolutely. We have Oil, gold, and now Bitcoin are war charts. We've been discussing it for 2 weeks now, and I think we can carefully label, we can more confidently label this a war chart. You have an hourly uptrend. I would stay in back burner mode. First 15-minute oversold, I think, would be a long. Ethereum is trying to follow along. We haven't gotten the daily break through 1641. Daily 50 MA overhead on Ethereum. Bitcoin looks a lot different. So bears sold into that pop over 30,000. Overall, I'd still say this is a big victory for crypto bulls. Okay, so I did ES and NASDAQ. Let me do RTY. This is not like the other ones. We are not looking for a weekly high or low on RTY. Bear break, bear break, bear break. Now, RTY, this is what the bulls are fudge. 1700 psych hold. If you're an RTY bull and you're dead set on being an RTY bull, this is what you're looking for. But this is not the same setup as the others. We are in a weekly downtrend. Heck, we're in a monthly downtrend. It's not like the other ones. Buying dips on this right now doesn't make sense. Being a reverse back burner trader on RTY makes sense. Looking for 5 and 15-minute overbought conditions and regular trading hours for potential top fish setup. All right. YM lost its daily trend, lost the weekly trend. It was looking good for a while. 4-hour is oversold, and you're looking for a higher low compared to, and I'm going to make it simple, 33,000. VIX is over $20. That's a problem. But I want y'all to just bear with me. I'm not going to draw the trend lines because they won't be accurate, and that's not what I'm after. It's not what I'm after. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high. What is it, y'all? That's a broadening formation. Market bulls need this to be a megaphone, broadening formation, resulting in bear bull exhaustion here at the top. This is what market bulls want to see. So if this can be a megaphone and then the bulls find themselves exhausted up here, we're going sideways right now. We need a break at $21. And that would be a good sign for that beach ball buy at open of equity, saying VIX is potentially topping out at this daily megaphone. But, and Joey, Jungle Funk, chart guy Jungle Funk has been pointing out this resistance as well. We got this daily resistance overhead. We need this to hold. To me, this is a bullish development. VIX, where it is. Now, I checked it off as bearish right here. But this megaphone and this uptrend resistance line could be a doozy of a potential market bottom fish if this holds. I'm talking myself into a long right now. Jungle Cat, I'm glad you like it. Oh, awesome, Trey. I'm going to look at Meta and Netflix. I don't know if I have time for SC. I'll try that in. Okay, bonds continue to take it in the nose. TLT is below $83 now. The market needs this to find a bottom and bounce. US 10-year to find a top for the market to get a bounce going. All right, now we talked about the dollar. Let's talk about gold. War chart. We're getting over the daily 200 MA, 4-hour. This has been masterfully cooled off. Do you see how they did this? Look. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, parabolic, higher high, higher low, parabolic, higher high, higher low. Look at RSI. That is some controlled bull buying, going up while keeping RSI cooled off. When I looked at this morning, I'm like 75. That's it? Daily? 69? That's it? You go, bulls. They got the fever for the flavor. They know what they're doing. 10% bounce and we're not even overbought. That's why you can't mess with these bulls. You just, and I know GDX was a Queen of the Mountain top fish, and I still stand behind that one for possibly today if gold were to find a top. Because GDX has not gotten over the weekly high yet. But I don't know that I'd be messing with gold bulls, and I would stay on back burner mode. Oil, we had this 4-hour rising wedge we discussed yesterday. We're up here at the top of that range. We had some headlines, and this is a war chart, so be careful trying to short this. Odds favor a weekly lower high, but I'm backing off this idea. I have gotten chopped up and stopped out 2 times on oil short and 1 time on XLE short. So I'm going to back off that idea. Nat gas is weak, y'all. It's weak. This is like going back to a troubled relationship. When you know her psych chart, and for those of you who have not been in serious relationships before, if you are a guy or a girl, for sure for guys, here's what you want to know for a measure of a woman before you date them, and a man. If you're dating men, this is what you want to know before you date them. What is it? Waist size? No. Bust size? No. Hip size? No. What is the thickness of their psych chart? That's what you want to know before you date somebody. How thick is their psych chart? If it's over 1 inch thick, you are in trouble, my friend. And this girl's psych chart is about 4 feet thick. This is one psychotic girlfriend or boyfriend. Totally psychotic, seeing the therapist daily, sociopath. That's what Nat Gas is. And if you don't like my jokes, that's okay. I don't particularly love them either, but that's all I'm working with. This is a psychotic girl. I love you. No, I hate you. No, I love you. Okay? No, we're not going to say that. Okay. No, not the same. It does keep things interesting. Okay. Apple. All right. This is what I typed in my notes. Maybe I thought it was funny this morning. I don't know. This is exactly my exact thought when I looked at the Apple chart. Apple is the baddest kid on the playground who hasn't participated in recent fights. Apple looks to be weighing in this morning, and it's bearish at the time that I looked at it. So what I was thinking, we fought a lot in elementary and middle school. We just go in the corner of the playground. We had no equipment. I was in a public school, 250 people, kindergarten, 12th grade. We were poor in Louisiana. And we would go out in the corner and we would fight. We would just wrestle. I mean, we wouldn't fist fight, but we would just try to, overcome the other person. And there was this one guy, Michael. You wanted him on your team. We'd divide up in teams because he was so big. He could take everybody down. Yes, I'd fight. Let's don't go into judgment zone. Apple is like the Michael Foss of the world. Is just like, y'all never meet him, so it's okay for me to say his name. He was strong. He's in the corner of the playground, not even participating. He has not weighed in on who he wants to kick their butt. Look at Apple. It's been sideways. That chart doesn't look terrible. We're gapping down right now. If Apple were to flush and continue flushing, I think it could bring the whole market with it. Apple has not weighed in on this fight yet. Look at that. Sideways, sideways, sideways. So however it weighs in today, I'd keep my good eye, as my mom says, I'd keep my good eye on Apple. However this breaks, this tightening range. So we have a low over here, 174.80 from Tuesday. You want to get back up and above that before the market opens. And then I would still consider this sideways. So we're going to do the larger part of the range. 174.80 is the low and 178.42 is the high. You know what? If we're being honest, which y'all already know, my psych chart is greater than 1 inch. Y'all already know that. You already know. Okay, Amazon. Amazon, for me, has not really participated either. This could be a weekly bear flag. We're still inside last week's range. And we went sideways the last 2 days. We didn't break the low of the prior day. Wait, did we? By, I think, 4 pennies. That's it. And look, we're not opening up below yesterday's low. Amazon has not weighed in on this fight. And whoever Amazon and Apple go for, that would be meaningful to the market. All right. I have a big birthday coming up in 11 days. It's the biggest one you can have as a mature adult. It's the biggest one. And I'll tell you as we get closer, but y'all can probably guess. And I told someone this week jokingly, this is what I want for my big birthday present, is I want Nvidia to flush 400 so I can buy the dip. Y'all look at this monthly potential bull flag. Weekly head and shoulders close to confirming. If we break the neckline of 403, I told y'all this yesterday, and we flush 400 psych, I will be looking long. It doesn't mean I'll take it. It has to set up correctly. And this looks like a 30-minute falling wedge. So we still have weekly support over here of 411.77. I'm not going to front run anything, but I will be watching Nvidia for some type of temporary bear exhaustion. Happy 30th. Thank you, Slow Devil. I knew what y'all were going to say. Dave, you already know. Y'all are cute. Okay, so Nvidia, I don't have a trade for you right now. I'm just outlining what I would love. I would love a $400 flush and bounce, but we'll see what I get. So 409.80 is your next support. Then 403.08. Daily is not oversold yet for us to look for that monthly higher low. So that's why I'm not in the dip buying mode yet. All right. So Tesla filled this gap yesterday. 212.36 is your next support from the monthly chart. As long as we hold 212.36 monthly higher low in place. Daily is oversold as we search for this weekly higher low. We are not gapping below yesterday's low yet. I do not like Tesla. We have to wait for a setup, and we're getting close. We're going to open, hopefully daily oversold, but we need 212 to hold. If not, we're looking down at 200 psych and then 195.12. I don't have a setup for you right now. I don't think it's time to buy the dip, but if we can flush it hard and get that daily good and oversold, 4 hour is oversold, hourly is oversold. So let's flush it at open and let's see if we can get that monthly higher low. Yeah, hit the like button. Only 117 likes. I thought I deserved a little bit better. Okay, this is a weird setup, y'all. Y'all hang with me. If you've been watching Dan's market recap video, he has shared his new favorite setup, or bull breaks without follow through, and then looking for potential top fish setups. Adobe broke this bull. We hit the monthly. We broke the monthly bull flag, bullish, without follow through. Go to the weekly. What do y'all see? Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high. Do we have bull exhaustion here? I think this makes for a really good top fish setup here. Looking for a push up and a short. I think Adobe is a top fish setup. ARM, I think we need to draw these lines on our chart. When we have multiple touches, I like to call them the broken casino slot machine. So let me show y'all. Look, hits $49.85, $50 psychological, bounces, 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 bounces. Well, that one's not as close. Bounces. And then yesterday it broke through. If we break through yesterday's low, I would think we could get a flush. So if you're a bear and you're looking for a bearish trade, I think ARM is where it's at. ARM is a newer IPO, and we got this flat bottom. It may be a flat bottom break. Lulu's an odd setup. We had S&P inclusion, and then of course they sold the news. And we are hourly oversold, looking for daily higher low. If we could gap below yesterday's low, I think this could be a good flush buy on Lulu. Top fish means short. You're welcome, Berlin. Okay. Meta, someone was asking me about this. So this is what Dan was talking about. You see how it got a monthly bull flag confirmation? You see it without follow through. And then bears broke the low, 312.37. We broke it yesterday. I think you stay in reverse back burner mode for Meta, looking for a swing short. Looking for first 15-minute overbought or 5-minute overbought conditions for top fish setups. Let me set that alert. Tell me when RSI reaches 70. And if the market's screaming today, I'm not going to touch this one. Netflix, I would keep on back burner mode, meaning we have not gotten first 5 or 15-minute oversold yet in regular trading hours. And this could be a bottom fish setup, meaning a go long opportunity. SMCI. Okay. All right. We need this one to stay below yesterday's low. So SMCI, do y'all remember this week I drew y'all this megaphone and I'm like, well, there's no real edge at this point. Wah, wah, wah. Well, man, was there an edge. I drew y'all that megaphone. Look out. That just turned out perfect. All right. Wah, wah, wah. We're looking for a weekly higher low. 4 hours oversold. Let me say that again. We're looking for a weekly higher low. 4 hour is oversold. Hourly is oversold. I want this gap down to hold. Hold below 263.75, yesterday's low. Hold below it and flush it open. And I think this could be a great long. So if you're wondering what I'm watching, Adobe, Meta, Netflix, SMCI. Those are my, well, Meta, no, start over. Adobe, Nvidia, and SMCI are my top 3 watches today. Those are my top 3. I still have my Visa short position, and I told y'all Nike short yesterday. So I'm in a Nike short, and I may add to it today on a bounce. So that's why I'm watching those 2. But Adobe, I would look to initiate a new swing short. And Nvidia, I would buy an extreme flush down. And SMCI, I am hoping for extreme flush down at open. All right, y'all hit that like button. I love you dearly. Oh, wait, I said I'd do SE for Fat N. I like DG and DLTR. They had a good bounce going. SE looks good. Stay in long as the daily 8 EMA is overhead. Hourly, we're breaking below yesterday's low. The daily lower high is most likely set, and now we look for that daily higher low. DG has a great bounce, little daily bull flag, but what I was looking at this morning is a weekly lower high is still the more likely scenario. So I would wait for first hourly oversold on this one because we got news, a new CEO on this one, or DLTR. I'd wait for first hourly oversold to initiate a long for me. You're welcome. All right, y'all have a great day and use stop losses.